When you spend a lot of time on the road, one thing that can make or break the drive is tire noise. A good all-terrain or highway-friendly tire should give you the traction and durability you need without filling the cabin with a constant hum at higher speeds. And that is exactly why choosing the right set matters. In this video, we're looking at the 5 quietest highway tires of 2026 and the key features that make each one stand out, plus the things you need to keep in mind before picking the best option for your truck or SUV. Links to all the tires mentioned in this video are in the description below. Number 5. Yokohama Geolandar A/T Fit. If you want an all-terrain tire that still feels calm and well-mannered on the highway, the Yokohama Geolandar A CG-A15 is a very easy place to start. This tire has built a strong reputation by giving drivers a nice middle ground between everyday comfort and light off-road confidence. So if your truck or SUV spends most of its life on pavement but still sees gravel back roads change in weather through the year, this is the kind of tire that makes a lot of sense. Yokohama also backs many sizes with up to a 60,000-mile limited treadwear warranty, which adds to its appeal as a long-term daily driver option. One of the main reasons it lands on this list is the way it is designed to keep road noise in check. Yokohama uses pitch variation in the tread pattern to disperse sound frequencies and reduce pattern noise, which helps the tire feel more settled at highway speeds. The brand also describes it as combining on-road handling, low noise, and a comfortable ride, and that is exactly the sort of balance many drivers are looking for when they do a lot of commuting or long-distance driving. This tire also brings more than just comfort. It comes with a 3-peak mountain snowflake rating and uses features like 3D sipes, 4 main grooves, and an all-terrain tread pattern to improve wet grip, winter traction, and overall versatility. That means it can handle rain, light snow, and loose surfaces without feeling too aggressive or too rough for normal daily use. The trade-off is that while it is nicely balanced and pleasantly quiet for an all-terrain tire, it is not the most aggressive option here for deeper mud or more demanding off-road use. But for drivers who want a smooth highway ride with genuine all-terrain ability, the Geolandar A 5 is a very strong number 5 pick. Number 4. Nitto Terra Grappler G2. If you like the look of a more aggressive all-terrain tire but still want something that stays fairly composed on the highway, the Nitto Terra Grappler G2 is a very appealing option. This tire has a tougher, more rugged stance than some of the more road-focused choices on this list, yet it still does a good job of keeping daily driving comfortable and controlled. That makes it a strong fit for truck and SUV owners who want something that looks ready for trails and rougher roads but still spends plenty of time commuting, cruising on the highway, or handling weekend trips. Nitto and retailer product pages describe it as balancing on-road comfort with off-road capability, which is a big part of its appeal. One of the biggest reasons it earns this spot is its use of variable pitch tread blocks. Nitto says the tread block arrangement is computer analyzed to reduce the tire noise you normally hear at highway speeds, and that is exactly the kind of feature that matters when quietness is one of your top priorities. It helps this tire feel more civilized than its chunky tread design might suggest, and that gives it a nice dual personality because from the outside, it looks bold and aggressive. But from behind the wheel, it is still very livable for everyday use on paved roads. There's also a lot more going on here than just noise control. The Terra Grappler G2 uses full-depth sipes to help maintain traction and appearance, as the tire wears reinforced coupling joints to improve tread stability and staggered shoulder lugs for added bite in loose terrain. Many versions also carry the 3-peak mountain snowflake symbol, and the tire is backed by a limited treadwear warranty of 50,000 miles for LT metric and flotation sizes and 65,000 miles for hard metric sizes. The downside is that while it is impressively quiet for a tire with this kind of attitude, it still is not quite as highway-focused as some of the more comfort-centered options higher on the list. But if you want stronger visual appeal, more off-road character, and a ride that still stays nicely controlled on pavement, the Terra Grappler G2 is a very solid number 4 pick. Number 3. Michelin LTX A T2. If your top priority is getting an all-terrain tire that feels dependable, quiet, and easy to live with every single day, the Michelin LTX A T2 makes a very strong case for itself. This is the kind of tire that appeals to drivers who care less about an aggressive off-road look and more about long-lasting comfort, steady highway manners, and the kind of balanced performance that works well for trucks and SUVs that spend most of their time on paved roads, with occasional trips onto gravel, dirt, or rougher surfaces. Michelin describes it as delivering a quiet, comfortable ride in all seasons, and that gives you a very good idea of what this tire is all about. One of the biggest reasons it lands this high on the list is that Michelin clearly leans into highway comfort. With this model, the company highlights on-road comfort and handling along with long tire life in tough driving conditions. And that combination matters a lot for drivers who rack up miles throughout the week. It is the sort of tire that is made to feel composed and predictable, rather than overly aggressive or busy, and that calmer personality is exactly what many people want when they are trying to cut down on road noise during longer drives. Michelin also backs the LTX A T2 with a 60,000-mile limited warranty and says its Max Touch construction is designed to optimize road contact for longer wear. The only real downside is that it does not have the boldest tread design or the strongest off-road personality in this ranking. But if you want a tire that puts comfort, durability, and low-fuss highway driving first, the Michelin LTX A is an excellent number 3 pick. Number 2. Continental TerrainContact A/T. If you want an all-terrain tire that leans more toward comfort, quietness, and everyday highway manners, without giving up the extra versatility that truck and SUV owners usually want, the Continental TerrainContact A/T is one of the best options you can look at. This tire feels very road-friendly in the way it is designed and marketed, and that is a big reason why it ranks so high on this list. Because while a lot of all-terrain tires ask you to accept more hum and more tread noise in exchange for capability, this one puts a lot more focus on keeping the ride smooth, calm, and easy to live with day after day. Continental describes it as a premium all-season, all-terrain tire for crossovers, SUVs, and light trucks, built to combine off-road durability with quiet road noise and strong, wet grip. One of the main things that helps it stand out is Continental's Traction Plus technology. The company says this setup uses noise blockers and optimal pattern shifting to reduce tire noise on paved surfaces, and that is exactly the kind of feature that matters when you spend a lot of time on the highway. Instead of making a tire feel overly aggressive or harsh, Continental clearly aimed for a more refined balance here, so you get genuine all-terrain confidence for dirt, gravel, and rougher roads, while still holding on to the kind of civilized on-road behavior that makes long drives far more comfortable. Continental also specifically promotes the TerrainContact A/T for a comfortable quiet ride and excellent wet braking. The only drawback is that because it leans more toward refinement and on-road comfort, drivers who want a much more aggressive off-road look or a tougher trail-first personality may prefer something else. But if your goal is to get one of the quietest, most comfortable all-terrain tires for highway driving, the Continental TerrainContact A/T is a very deserving number 2 pick. Number 1. Falken Wildpeak A/T3W. If you want an all-terrain tire that looks tough, feels capable, and still manages to stay surprisingly comfortable on the highway, the Falken Wildpeak A/T3W is the one that stands out the most. This tire takes the top spot because it does a very impressive job of balancing two things that do not always go together, especially in this category. On one side, you get the kind of rugged tread design and year-round traction that makes it feel ready for rough roads, loose surfaces, and changing weather, and on the other side, you still get a ride that feels controlled, settled, and easier to live with on pavement than many drivers would expect from a tire that looks this aggressive. Falken says the AT3W combines off-road ability with rugged terrain driving without compromise on the highway, which sums up its appeal very well. One of the biggest reasons it earns the number 1 position is that Falken directly highlights low noise emission and high ride comfort on road, and that matters a lot when you are looking for a tire that can handle highway miles without turning every drive into a constant background hum. That gives this tire a very appealing personality, because it does not ask you to choose between capability and daily livability in the same way a lot of more aggressive all-terrain options do. The official product page also points to true all-season usability and an improved self-cleaning effect in the grooves, showing that this tire is built to stay versatile without losing its road manners. The trade-off is that even though it is impressively composed for an aggressive all-terrain tire, drivers moving from a pure highway tire may still notice more tread character than they would from a dedicated highway-focused option. But if you want the best mix of quiet highway comfort, all-season versatility, and true all-terrain confidence, the Falken Wildpeak A/T3W is a very deserving number 1 pick. So that wraps up our list of the 5 quietest highway tires of 2026. Hope this video helped make your choice a little easier and gave you a better idea of which tire fits your driving needs best, whether you want the most balanced everyday option, the most comfortable highway ride, or a more rugged tire that still keeps road noise under control. There is a strong pick here for just about every kind of truck, or SUV driver. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, give it a like, and let us know in the comments which of these tires you would choose. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.